be receiving a summary of the judgment, which is going to be delivered in this manner. I will give you an introduction to a judgment, which is going to be followed by the procedural history of the case. Then we will have the findings on the preliminary objections raised by the defense, and finally the court will render its verdict on the counts that the accused person was charged with. The accused in this matter is tried in this case, which is a national or a domestic trial of numerous alleged violations of international criminal law committed during the armed conflict that engulfs a sizable part of the northern and northeastern region of Uganda from the mid-1980s to around the year 2006. The nature of this trial, conducted by the International Crimes Division, which is a specialized division of the High Court of the Republic of Uganda, incorporates international and national features, specifically aspects of domestic and international law, or a mixed or hybrid system and trial.
Lockman.
Now, it may be aptly described as a national or domestic trial of international crimes, which effectively requires resort to a combination of national and international law. International criminal law is founded on the notion that individuals have international duties which transcend the national obligations of obedience imposed by the individual state in order to foster accountability for the most serious crimes of concern to the international community as a whole.
We did find some minor irregularities which could not affect the justice of the trial. So on all these 6 points, the court was satisfied that the trial could proceed to judgment without any violation of the rights of the accused person.
The result, the verdict of this court is that the accused was found guilty on counts 5, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 20, 21, 31, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 81, 82, 84, 85, 86, 87, 89, 90, 91, and 92. He's found guilty on 44 of the charged counts. The accused is hereby acquitted on counts 1, 2, and 3. The following counts were dismissed. These are counts 14, 17, 22, 23, 24, 26, 45, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 88, and 93. There are 31 counts where the accused have charges. That is the finding of this court, and you shall be supplied with the detailed judgment.
My lords, at this moment, appreciate God for how far we have come. This is the moment we've been waiting for so long. My lords, we intend to make detailed submissions to this court in respect to determination of sentences on each of the counts for which the accused has been found guilty. My lords, the rules of this court and the sentencing guidelines give details on a number of factors and considerations to be made while finding the most proportionate sentence, one that shall be proportionate with the nature of the offenses, the gravity of these offenses, and the culpability. Among other considerations. My lords, also, this court is required to take into considerations not only the law, but also the aspirations and values and norms of the people. My lord, those people are not only us who are in court, but including victims and communities out there. Time. Will let us prepare a detailed brief to this honorable court regarding the most appropriate sentences. My lords, I will not suggest time. Let me allow my colleagues to make a response in the name. My lords, my lord, consultation with my colleagues in the defense, my colleagues here, we are proposing the period of 1 month. My lord, for both of us, we can take 2 weeks. Yes, my lord, sir. Inside 2 weeks.
How many sites do you have?
Yeah. My lords, there are 3 sites. So we propose 2 weeks for each. My lord, Charles Tonyan, defense, and prayers.
My lords, for the record, Kari Walaka. My lord, we are of the view that the time suggested by the learned deputy DPP will not be enough for the following reasons, my lord. My lords, when it comes to sentencing, we are obliged under the rules, especially Rule 47, guide court on some parameters. Inasmuch as the rule is framed in such a manner that is court to consider those parameters, We believe, for instance, issues of the degree of participation of the convicted person, issues of the degree of intent, and the circumstances relating to the manner, time, and location are issues which we may or we have to address you on. My lords, at this stage you have not yet read the detailed judgment, and we are not in a position to effectively address court in view of other standards, like when we had, while court was summing up to the assessors, issues to do with joint criminal enterprise, whether it's 2 or 1. We do not know whether they were applied in the judgment. So reading the judgment on our side will be essential, my lords, for us to be in position. Apart from that, on that point, we do not have a picture of how soon we shall get that judgment. In addition, my lords, we're obliged under the law to make submissions on mitigating factors. Because my lords, court in sentencing will take into consideration mitigating factors, aggravating factors, and my lord, because of its peculiarity, a report of the probation officer on the social background of the accused, the convict. My lord, the rules also provide that this honorable court may direct the defense to file a mitigation statement on oath, and it also allows where the defense files the mitigation statement on oath, the prosecution is also entitled to file a response to the mitigation statement. This may entail an outreach and has other implications, my lord, which are administrative in nature. My lord, we shall therefore pray from this honorable court that within the time court will grant us, we are praying for the following, in addition to not opposing the adjournment. And my lord, the court orders that the probation officer of Amuru district makes a report on the social background of the convict. My lord, we shall also request for an order that Uganda Prisons gives a report on the conduct or how the convict has been in all these 17 or 16 years, how his conduct has been, my lords. Of this honorable court to grant us, the defense, permission to file mitigation statements on oath. My lords, because of these different issues, the immediate availability of the decision, the detailed decision, the need for a report from the probation officer, the need for a report from the prisons, and the request or leave for us to have these mitigation statements on oath, that we are praying that this time might not be sufficient. However, court can also give us time frames within which we can accomplish all this. Otherwise, we are much obliged and we are grateful to you, my lords.
Before we take a decision, can we hear from Victims' Counsel?
We entirely agree with the submissions
that have been made by counsel for prosecution and the defense with regard to the timelines. But we wish to add, my lords, that we equally need time so as to make our observations as far as sentencing is concerned. And in that regard, my lords, we may also need time to reach out to the victims of crime by way of outreaches. Secondly, my lords, we also need to file with this honorable court the victims' impact assessment reports, especially on those counts which impact on the victims. And lastly, my lords, as far as all those applications that were made on behalf of the victims, we shall need administrative support from the court in order to be able to achieve what we want to achieve on behalf of the victims.
Do you have any reflection? I don't think so.
Yeah. My lords, shall leave it court. We had thought that maybe the written judgment is ready today, but it is not. Then the court will determine the period leaving us, depending on when the judgment is here available. My lords, we are also suggesting that maybe we could have a status conference in between before we set the timelines.
Okay, the court has listened to your submissions and prayers. So in light of that, one, you will have the detailed judgment by Friday of this week. Two, a status conference will be convened early next week. You will be given the notice and directions, but probably not later than Tuesday of next week. And then three, following the status conference, directions as far as the submissions and other administrative matters will be made by the court.